it's time to put this thing together. There's been a lot of procrastination. In fact, that's why I'm wearing a hat today, because I haven't got a haircut because I've been procrastinating. Anyway, it's time to put this little motor together. I mean, there really isn't anything simpler than a single cylinder 2-stroke engine. There's really only 4 bolts that holds the thing together and a wrist pin circlip. This is all it takes to put top end on. Cylinder head, cylinder, piston, rings, wrist pin, wrist pin bearing, head gasket, base gasket, spark plug. This is exhaust gasket. Don't need to put that on right now. I mean, there's nothing to it. It just can't be simpler than this. All right, so no more of that procrastination business. Let's put these parts on that engine and everybody will be happy. Sorry you can't listen to music, but I am, and I'm going to listen to a band called Dawes. I like these guys. They got like a good harmony thing going, and I'm old. I grew up on the Beatles and I dig some harmony. So there you go. Okay, so what I did to get going on this thing is I spritzed a little 2-stroke oil down here in the bottom end, just on the rod bearing. Make sure we were, oiled up before we started putting things together. I had this bottom end soaking in kerosene. My friend Ron Black, who used to help me with my race bikes, gave me that tip, and it worked out pretty good. We got a lot of gunk out of there, and I think the kerosene's got enough oil in it that it didn't hurt the seals or anything, so we didn't dry anything out. I'm going to put a little oil on the ring lands before we put the rings in. We'll put the same oil on the bearing, and we'll slap this thing together. First thing's base gasket. And we're going to go from there. These rings have a number on them, and the number goes up, and I can't see the number. Hang on. Getting old's a bitch. So this is the scariest part, is just getting the rings on here without breaking them. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little pin inside the ring groove, and you want to make sure that the opening, the ring gap, sits over that pin. And what that does is it keeps the ring from turning, and then that way it won't get stuck. I don't know if you can see this in one of these ports. Get caught in there and clip it off. Maybe you can see that too. It's got a nice fresh hone, courtesy of my friends at Tokyo Mods here in San Juan Capistrano. Did a nice job. Thanks to those guys. All right. Didn't break them. That's key. Take a minute there. All right, a little oil on these guys. Not too much, just enough to keep things from freaking out on initial startup. That's good. A little oil on the bearing. Same thing, just enough to keep things from not being happy at startup. The piston's got an arrow on it, that goes forward. Oh good, and now I lost the pins again. Oh, I'm gonna jam some paper towels down in there. So if the clip goes down the bottom end, I'll never get it out. Okay, wrist pin clips in. Good. Gonna clean out the cylinder real quick. Put a little bit of oil in it. Okay, pop the cylinder on. Woohoo! Still some dry there. Head gasket, bolts. We'll torque down the head. £25 torque, which is not much, but I don't know, it's what it said to do. Freshy spark plug. I don't know where my spark plug gapper is, so do that later. It's in there. Exhaust gasket for later. And it's done. Ta-da! That didn't take any time at all. But, you know, the procrastination factor was high. All good. Just got to fix up the wiring, and I'll do that before I throw it in the frame, which I'll try to do sooner than later.